Hello. Hi, my loves. Right, let me just check. Am I in my group, Peace with PDA, private group? Yes, I'm live. You can see me. So, hi everybody. If you're watching on replay, I'm just going to chat just for a moment, just to let people, if anyone's wanting to come live, to have a chance to find the video pop up on their feed. So, I'm just going to say hi, welcome. I hope you're doing well. I'll tell you about our day. So we've had a really nice day. We've been with my mum and my stepdad and my daughter and her cousins, and we've been swimming, so swimming hair, and we had lots of fun. We hired a pool and did some like squirting water and had the inflatables and hot tub and then played some games and did some hang out at the cafe. So it's been a really nice day, and what my hope is that means that my daughter is now suitably tired and wanting a little bit of time for herself to recoup her energy so I can come and spend some time with you. I set an intention to be here around this time, and it seems to have flowed well for me to be here. As always, life is as it is, and unlike when I have my my workspace that's set up when I run my Zooms or I'm doing one-to-ones with clients, where I have somebody deliberately on hand with my daughter, I don't have that when I'm doing a live. So subject to interruptions and life as it comes, I know you all understand. So this evening I want to bring, so it's evening for me, it might not be when you're tuning in for my evening, I want to bring for you the opportunity to softly keep yourself open to any shifts, any transformations, any invitations that come through for you in the area of owning your expertise comfortably. And we'll explore that a little bit. But I do invite you to come into this with, even if you hold an intention for this, even if you have an idea of how you'd like this to play out, I would like you to open to the soft place inside yourself that is open to possibilities that might not be what you expect or what you know, and be in a place of allowing for what you really need to show up for you through this. You don't need to hold on to information with your mind. You can allow yourself to receive what comes through and enjoy it moving you, and let go of the need to effort or try or reach for anything. Okay, so my loves, if you'd like to help yourself to softly open up with a breath with me, so you can allow yourself now to just bring in a nice full breath, and you can just pause at the top of the breath if that feels good. And as that breath comes out, just allow yourself to move out anything that you're holding on to, any tension, any stagnant thoughts, anything that's hanging around, so that you can just really be fully in this space as much as you're able to be. And if there's some stuff that you can't let go of right now, that's fine too. But just allow yourself the opportunity to invite yourself to put aside what's been happening and to relax about what's coming, because you don't really know. And just come into this moment now and see what's going to show up for you. Just be curious and playful and in this lovely energy of possibility with me. Okay, so the tap-in taster is something that I used to run as a little Facebook funnel where I would introduce EFT tapping to people. But I've grown into really knowing in my heart space, in my soul yearning, that what I really want to do is not to demonstrate to you how to do EFT. EFT tapping is a tremendous tool. It's a wonderful tool. And for those of you who would like to learn more about the technique, I have things on my YouTube channel and things that you can find where you can learn more about the technique. But my soul work is to come and spend time to be with you. Hi, Lucy. My soul work is to come and be with you, to come and spend time to allow the shifts, the words, the knowings to come through me, through us, as we share space as a community and see what's ready to show up and where we're ready to go, and be in our allowing and be in our awareness. And if the EFT tapping supports us to do that, I want to be in the experience of that with you and lead the experience of that with you. And that's my work, more than talking to you about technique. So if you've not done EFT tapping before, I've got my glasses on so I can have the chance of reading the comments, but then they annoy me when I'm tapping. But we're just going to tap in a bit on a few acupoints on the face and body. And it's really easy to do, and you can just follow along with me. And I just really invite you when we get there to let go of any sense of perfectionism around it, because it's such a forgiving and simple technique, and it doesn't matter if you don't get the exact spot. It doesn't matter if you miss a point. What matters is to be open in your energy to receive your body's guidance and your highest wisdom coming through, however that shows up in this session. And so you can just really relax and come into this space and see what comes through. So I picked this topic today of I am the expert, and it really came through some things that have been showing up with a lot of the people that I work with and support, PDA parents. And a lot of the time we are having to navigate relationships. It can be with partners or other parents, and it can be with extended family, friendship groups, people that we feel, you know, those connections with, that maybe there could be observations around, interactions around our PDAers with. And then, of course, we can be going into the realms of dealing with, I'll put in a big inverted commas sort of bracket of saying professionals, which can mean a whole load of things. But we can be dealing with education system, we can be dealing with the medical system, we can be dealing with social care, we can be dealing with financial bodies that potentially support us to be the parent carers we are. And it can be a real toll on the nervous system. And I don't want to at any point in my explorations here around our expansion make light of the challenges and just the practical extent that calls on our energy of dealing with all those things. But what I really want to be able to support you with is something that I deeply journey with myself and explore a lot with my clients, is how we feel in ourselves as we go into those interactions. Because the work that I share at its deepest core is, for me as a PDA parent, a call to feeling more open, more free, more full of ease and flow and joy through every interaction and every experience I have. You know, to take learning and growth from each of those opportunities, ultimately to lead me to have more ease, more peace, more freedom, more joy. And I want that for you, and I want that for us as a community to nurture and nourish that together. And I think the most important thing that I can share is how we have the opportunity to put space between a stimulus and a response. So what I mean by that is we often say, I am triggered by that person, or I have been triggered by that event. And if we want to use a more positive slant, you know, I heard somebody beautifully use the word activated the other day, and I really, that was juicy for me. I thought, activated, I really like that. Sometimes it is triggered, and that is the appropriate word, but I just wanted to offer that because it came to me and it was a lovely invitation. But when we have that sense of stimulation from something out there, it can feel like one directly causes the other. And I'd like to invite us to contemplate that there is a gorgeous place full of so much potential, full of so much growth, and full of so much unlearning, which is between that stimulus and that response in us. And that space is where I do the work, where I invite you into the work. Where we notice, hi Nick, where we notice that something or somebody out there does, says, or we perceive something, and then we notice a reaction in us, we get to wonder what is in that space between that stimulus and response. Sometimes that's just a little awareness, a little noticing, and we make a shift. Sometimes it's really simple, isn't it? And sometimes there's a whole load of invitations and explorations in that. And there's no rush, and there's no race, and there's no sense of needing to be anywhere other than we are, just in this gloriousness of what life brings to us to activate us, to awaken us, to allow us the opportunity, that for me, the most exciting thing, that opportunity to grow more fully into the truth of who I am, more in my power, more in my freedom, more in my joy all the time, through what life is bringing to me. And I think our children and young people, being PDA parents, give us the most incredible and powerful opportunity for that journey. I just absolutely, my heart is so full of gratitude for who I have remembered in who I am. You know, I was going to say who I've become, but who I've remembered about who I am through raising the child that I have, what a teacher she is for me, and what a catalyst, what an activator she is. But we also have so much opportunity because of the family that we are, because of what we're holding as the parent we are, to be so awakened by people, places, circumstances, situation around our family, because there's so much where we're not just fitting, but you know, all these opportunities come to us all the time. And this all sounds so lovely, doesn't it, when I say it like this? And like you, I have walked through the reality of how challenging that can feel. And what I would like to bring to you specifically on this journey, through this exploration right now, is what you can do with that space between that stimulus and response to allow you to feel more peace and ease and calm and certainty. How you can find more trust in your highest guidance, in your inner knowing. How you can be more in your breath and more in your body, and be in that place of calm and peace in the body's nervous system before you go into interaction with other, because in that place you are calming down that amygdala that's gone into fight, flight, freeze, fawn, and your nervous system is so activated. And when you calm that down, you can access your higher thinking. And there's no question in any of our minds that when we go into interaction with other people that have some kind of stake on what's going on in our life and our family, or hold some kind of emotional weight for us about what's going on in our family, we want to be thinking with our highest thinking, don't we? I mean, like, that's just an easy win. But it also means that we're breathing down into our belly, and our intuition and our inner guidance is activated again, and we get those nudges. We get that, you know, pull of what to do next, what to say, where to go. And we really open our hearts where we can really fall into a deeper relationship of trust and knowing and authenticity, which is going to deepen our relationships, the quality of all our relationships. I heard something recently about how when scientists measure what we talk about vibrational frequency, you would think that the highest vibrational frequency is love, the one we always talk about, but it's actually authenticity. And I thought that's really powerful, that knowing that actually being in our authenticity is the highest vibrational state. And so that's going to really attract people's trust, and that's really going to attract people listening to us. And so when you think about being the expert or being an expert when it comes to your family, when it comes to your children, I just want to invite you to notice how that sits for you. What comes up for you? What feelings does that evoke in you in that space between the stimulus and response? And there's going to be a lot of things there which are going to feed into that. And I would like you to consider that the journey to feel more in your strength, more in the correct seat of the truth that you are an expert in the equation of raising your family, and to know where your rightful place is in each moment, in each interaction, where your expertise is the voice to lead and when it's the place to listen. You know, where are you able to sit in that? And there's going to be a whole lot that feeds into that, from past experiences, your family growing up, the education system you experience, you know, a whole load of conditioning. And the work that I share and believe in is all about the letting go and the unlearning to reveal your natural state underneath, which is the knowing of who you are, the remembering of who you are. And part of that letting go is letting go of all our conditioned expectations of what it looks like, feels like and sounds like to be considered an expert. So for example, and it's very context-led, isn't it? So for example, when I come and speak to you and I've got on my old hoodie, and old scarf, and I've just been swimming and, you know, my hair's... That might take away from some people's perception of what an expert looks like in certain contexts. But because I'm in the context of talking to you as a parent to parents, and you know that part of my expertise is living this parent life, that completely shifts that perception, I assume. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe just think I look a complete chaotic, unprofessional mess. That's fine. But, you know, but giving that context is really important. But we carry all these stories in ourselves of that expectation and that context, as well as other people's voices and all the ways that we feel not good enough and all the ways that we feel small. And all of this is going around in our body's energy system. And it causes like this static inside our body's energy system. And it's like, I get the image of like a snow globe, and you shake it up and yet it's filled with mud. And then you just can't see the picture anymore. So imagine you're going in to sit in a meeting, you've been called into school, you know, you've had that phone call, or you've got a social care person coming in, or you've got a doctor's appointment. And that has activated for you anxiety or concern, or I don't know how to use my voice, I don't know how to get myself heard, my dad never listened to me. All of this is going on, and even if we're not really conscious of it, it's just all buzzing around, you know, and we get these changes in our body, and we get the changes in the way that our nervous system's activated and what that means we can receive. And it's like all this mud going on inside our snow globe. And so any chance we have before going into those experiences and those opportunities and those meetings to clear up that mud is really going to do us a lot of favour. And every time that we become aware of it, we have that opportunity to be cleaning up that mud. And the EFT tapping can really help us to do that. It really, as we tap on these acupoints, it sends a bit like a signal, an electrical impulse through to the amygdala that's activating the nervous system and causing this static in our body's energy system and all this mud in our snow globe. And it is saying that we can have this thought, we can have this feeling, yes, this happened, yes, this is real, and we're not pushing any of it away, we're absolutely being with it, we're recognising it, and yet we can calm our nervous system down. And from that place, we have a new opportunity We have an opportunity to access our higher thinking, which might have some different ideas, concepts. It might have some reframes. If you know, like Nick's on the call and she's really good with NLP, and you know, really like can reframe about how you might see the picture and how you might think about things. And your heart space is open, and so you are open to notice all the warmth and the love and the possibilities and the opportunities for connection and collaboration. And your intuition is feeding in, and you're able to hear that inner guidance, which is just everything, always knowing, always leading us to the next step. And from there, if that's not you and your expertise, I don't know what is. But expertise doesn't look like someone who's got the biggest shouty voice. It doesn't look like somebody who's got the most certificates. It doesn't look like, you know, somebody who's got the highest paid job. So what does expertise feel like to you? Because you are the one who is with your child the most, who's got the most passion to focus and to understand. You're the one who's seen over all these years, knows how all the pieces of the puzzle go together. You're the one who's taken so many life experiences about how things have panned out, how things have worked, how things haven't worked. You've got all this learning. You've got the most passion. What expert has more passion than a parent? So you have got so much expertise, so much to bring. And being the expert doesn't mean you have to be the one in control. Being the expert doesn't mean that there aren't other experts and you can't let their ideas in and work with people, because to be a really good professional, to be a really good expert, you have to be open to collaboration. You have to be open to new learning. That's all a really big, important part of the picture. So claiming our expertise is a journey of recognition, which I can talk to you about now, and you might be able to acknowledge that with your mind. But it's much bigger than that, isn't it? It's a feeling, it's a knowing. And there are, you know, all that mud in our snowstorm can really be in the way of us experiencing what you might be wanting to get with your mind from what I'm saying now. And so for me, that's the really big, important work, clearing up that snowstorm so it's not full of mud. So what is coming up for you now as I'm talking, because we're going to do a little bit of EFT tapping if you want to. I'm going to take my glasses off for a minute so I can do some tapping without whacking those. Everything looks very blurry for a second. Okay, so in a sec I'm going to lead you to tap, and we're going to do a starter statement, which is going to be a bit like tuning in the radio to the station we want to listen to, something specific for you. So I want to help you to find what's going to work for you. So as I'm talking about being an expert, I want you to notice the sort of dominant thought or experience that's coming through for you. Is it, you know, people don't listen to me? Or is it, I don't feel confident? Or is it, I just get so angry? I get so frustrated? Is it, I just feel so tired and so sad and so done? Is it, you know, the sort of the victim feeling and that bitterness of I've tried and it's just not working? You know, so with no judgment, just notice what's there for you, what's coming through in your guidance now, your opportunity to heal. And just notice what that dominant thought is. Is it a person from the past? Is it something you're going through now? You know, is there a professional that you're dealing with, or a partner, or a mother-in-law, or, you know, who's got a really strong opinion, a really big voice? And you've got different things to say, different things to bring, different things that you know. And you just can't seem to get them across, or you feel scared, you feel wounded, you feel like you're not good enough. Just notice what's there for you. Okay, and we're going to just start doing a little bit of tapping. And we tap on the side of the hand here, on this fleshy part of the hand underneath the little finger. You can tap either way around, or you can tap the hands together, and you can change it up. I'm just holding my hands up to show you, you don't need to do that. And you can say after me, if you can do it out loud, brilliant. If not, you can just say it in your head. I know what life's like sometimes. But as you say it, what I want you to do is try and put some whoosh behind it, some, you know, some energy behind it, basically, whatever that is for you. Some passion, some force, however you get that energy moving. And what you might notice as we're doing the tapping is you're getting signs of that release that I was talking about, that letting go, that, you know, just putting things down. And those signs can be yawning, sighing, all these kind of, maybe some tears come sometimes. Maybe you just notice a relaxation in your body. All these things are just lovely affirmations for you that you're coming more into relaxation, and that's the mode we want to be in. We want to be in that peaceful, calm, open place. Okay. So back to the tension. Let's get our focus on that. And I want you to say after me, even though, and now tell me what it is, even though. So for example, even though they just get right on my nerves, or even though I just can't get my words out, or even though they just really hurt me, or even though I feel really scared, even though I feel really scared, yeah. Just notice what's there for you and just put it in this space. And then I want you to say, I deeply and completely accept myself. And again, even though, and you put your one in here, it's really hard and I'm really tired, even though I'm sore, yeah, even though I feel done. And then I want you to say, I deeply and completely accept myself, right where I am. And then even though I just don't think I'm good enough, even though I'm not strong enough, even though I don't know if I do know, I'm not wise enough, I'm not clever enough, even though I'm not confident, I deeply and completely accept myself. And then on the eyebrow here for me, just on the front of the eyebrow, and just tap here, and I just want you to remind yourself of what your thing is. The person, the words, the situation. Have it in your mind. Notice how you know it's there. What is it for you? And then on the side of the eye, just the same. Notice that person, that situation, that experience that knocks you off, you know, knocks you off kilter, knocks you out of your centered, calm place. Under the nose. Maybe it's everyone and everything. Let's just own that one. And then on the chin. Yeah. Just noticing for you where you feel knocked off guard, where you feel not in your centre, not in your body. Over the collarbone like this, where you're feeling anxious and on a high alert, lost and confused. And then under the arm here, just noticing those feelings. Oh, and on top of the head, noticing those feelings. Okay, now I don't know if anyone watching, if this is their first time tapping, so I just want to go slow and let you just feel those sensations in your body. Is your energy moving? You might actually feel like a little bit buzzy, like things are moving around. You might be having a little cry, so I'm just giving you a big hug if that's stirring your emotions. You might be noticing your frustration and anger coming to the surface. Are you tensing your jaw or holding your fists tight, or are you feeling like you want to shout and scream? So let's just notice where that energy is moving. You are not the emotions, but you're having the experience of them, and we're just going to totally acknowledge them and allow them as well. The beauty of that energy moving, because our emotions are energy, emotion, energy moving. It's designed to move. And we so often don't know how to support it and how to allow it. So it just gets stuck and stagnant, and that builds up all that mud in the snow globe. And so if it's releasing, even if it feels a bit ugh right now, it's a beautiful gift for you, because it's clearing out and bringing you much more into the now, into this clarity, into your certainty. Gorgeous. And what I really want to do is a little bit more tapping. Because my sense is that a lot of us have a preconception of what it means to look, sound, feel like, be like an expert. And I want to bring that into this space. Because I want us to actually just let go of all of those ideas and allow the possibility that I am an expert because I already am. Just as I am. In all the ways that I am. Unconditionally, right now. I am an expert because I'm here. Because I know what I know. Because I've lived what I lived. I am an expert and I don't have to look a certain way, sound a certain way, do a certain thing. I don't have to jump through any hoops. Even if people want me to find that energy, that knowing I am an expert and feel stable in that, I am already there when I let go of all of these rules, all of these expectations, all of these things that I need to grow into or do better with. I'm just going to let them go right now. I am an expert. I am an expert. And I celebrate myself. I see myself. I am strong. I am strong in my vulnerability. I am strong in my unsureness. I am strong in my openness to grow and expand and to learn. I am strong in my love, in my focus, in my passion for my child. I am strong in this moment, looking after my energy, looking after myself, and noticing who I am. I am the expert, and I unconditionally love and accept myself right now. Okay, I'm back up on the eyebrow, and I just want you to tap here and say, I am the expert. And on the side of the eye, I am an expert. Under the eye, I am the expert. Let's just play with some other words and just see what shifts we can bring. I don't know, I am a professional. How does it sit with you to be a professional as a parent? On the chin, I'm an expert. On the collarbone, I am the expert. Under the arm, I'm strong, I am confident, I am clear. On top of the head, I am vulnerable, I am open, I am flexible, I'm listening. Back on the eyebrow, I am open, I'm strong, I am ready. On the side of the eye, I'm learning, I'm allowing. Under the eye, I'm flexible, I am willing to learn. Under the nose, I'm collaborating, I'm a team player. On the chin, I don't have to know it all, I am an expert. On the collarbone, I don't have to know it all, I am an expert. Under the arm, I don't need to know it all, I am an expert. On top of the head, I don't need to know it all, I am an expert. Okay, and a nice deep breath, and just allow yourself to relax into that energy and that movement. And before I say goodbye, I want to do one more round of tapping with you, okay? Tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I'm scared I'm not good enough. And I keep myself small because I'm scared I'm not good enough. And I hide my voice because I'm scared I don't know enough. And I shut myself away because I'm frightened. They're right. They know better. I'm wrong. Even though I'm scared. I'm not enough. I don't know enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I love and accept myself. And I am an expert. My authenticity is my superpower. The vulnerability that's come through the life I've lived, the learning I've done, the learning I'm still doing, makes me an expert. My ability to listen, my laser focus through my passion for my child, all makes me an expert. And I'm part of a team, and I'm here to learn. I'm claiming my seat at the table. I am an expert and love and accept myself right where I am. I am an expert. Even when I feel small, I am an expert. I am an expert. Even when I feel really vulnerable and really scared, I am an expert. I am an expert. Even when I want to run away, even when I hide, I'm an expert. I am an expert. Right here, where I am, who I am, with what I know, with what I've lived, without any doubt, without any other conditions, I am the flipping expert, and I love and accept myself. Lovely, you can take a nice deep breath, you can shake it off. I hope you got some lovely shifts through that. For anyone who's joining as we're coming towards the end of the video, hi Claire, please do feel free to go back to the beginning and listen to my intro and bringing us into the tapping. Thank you so much for coming and taking part. I want to say that if you enjoy these kind of conversations, if you're enjoying doing the tapping, but most importantly, if you're enjoying these expansive explorations with your like-minded community of PDA parents, I would really like you to consider whether my membership group, the Freedom Centre, is for you. Because this is what we do. This is who we are, really showing up in our vulnerability, in our wounding sometimes, looking to how we can let go of things, how we can grow and expand together. And we use EFT tapping as an amazing tool to support us in that work. And it is a beautiful collaboration, as well as a support space. Most importantly for me, it is an incredible growth space into more and more freedom, which I really believe is our divine gift as PDA parents, to come more into knowing our truth of freedom. And I would really love to have you there if this speaks to you. You know who you are. And there is a membership fee of £33 a month that comes with the Freedom Centre, and we meet every week to do a Zoom call and to tap together. And of course, if you can't get there live on the call, the replay is available for you. So trying to make it as accessible for everybody as possible, but that chance of live connection, which I know people, when they can get on, really do enjoy, being able to have those really precious connections with other PDA parents where they feel that they can really show up in their truth and not have to explain and not have to justify, and just relax into really showing up exactly where they are and allow themselves to be held as they do that precious work. So if that speaks to you, I'd love to have you there. We allow new members in at the beginning of each month, so it'll be March now if you want to come and do that. Just pop me a message if you want to come on in. Keep it all very simple. Just let me know and I'll put you in, simple as that. And of course I do parent support sessions for people who are really preferring a one-to-one, because I do honour that. Sometimes we're in that place where we feel like we want that. But I also would like you to consider, if you've got that feeling coming up for you, how much beautiful healing there can be by allowing yourself to show up in connection, in community. Because you might notice that where it feels like you're so much or your life is so much, that actually you find that others are really able to understand and hold you, and that can be so healing in itself, to see that you're not alone walking the intensity of the growth that's available to you as a PDA parent, and that you can be seen and you can be held and you can be absolutely adored for where you are and who you are. So if that's speaking to you, just pop me a message or pop in the comments, and I'll let you know the details for that anytime. Thank you for coming and being with me and spending this time with me. I'm sending you all my love. If anything's coming up for anyone on the back of doing this tapping, if you are needing to ask any questions or you're needing any support from anything arising of a practical or emotional nature, just let me know. I'm absolutely here for you whenever you find this, okay? Thanks for coming and spending time. I will see you all really soon. Lots of love. It's Friday tomorrow, so when will I see you tomorrow? Tomorrow I will put the Friday cards up in Peace with PDA, and in the evening I will open our weekend group chat if anyone wants to come along and join us for that. I'll see you there maybe. Okay, lots of love. Bye.